Hi, travelers. How are you? I know you haven't heard from me in almost 2 weeks. For those of you who are subscribers to my newsletter, I think I wrote to you a couple of weeks ago before Mercury went retrograde that Mercury retrograde just kind of totally changes things for me. I am heavily ruled by Mercury. I'm a Virgo sun and a Gemini moon. And my Mercury is conjunct Uranus. And so typically what will happen is my business will completely dry up. I won't get any readings. Nobody comes to me for readings. But it shifts to my home life, especially that Gemini area of early education, early childhood education. My daughter's in high school. She's about to be graduating. So I spent the past couple of weeks getting all of the college paperwork together, getting her uniforms for her EMT course, which she started already. She looks so cute in her uniform. And just general, kind of making sure that she's got everything that she needs, stethoscope, pen lights, that whole bit. And then I had to drive all over town trying to find that stuff because there are shortages everywhere. And then I switched home security systems, and I was trying to get these guys to do it much earlier, but unfortunately they could only do it right at the start of the Mercury retrograde. Literally, I think the guy started on the 13th, and the tech came over and he went through 3 different systems. None of the stuff worked. Then on the 4th day, he finally got everything working, and he ran from the house going, I've been doing this 18 years. He said, and the electricity in your house is really weird. So then he had to come back because a couple of things fell off the wall. And so he was here for so long. We're going to be sending him Christmas cards. I'm charging him rent, and we fed him dinner. So hey, Benny, I'm going to give you a shout out in there. You were absolutely great. And so we did that, and now we're under a winter storm warning here on the Gulf Coast of Texas. Now, for most of you, who live in colder climes, a little bit of cold weather and a little bit of ice would not throw you. But down south, people lose their minds when they talk about snow and ice. So the first thing you got to do is beat the people back at the grocery store. For some reason, they run and they get the 3 main items, which are bread, eggs, and milk. I don't know what people are going to be doing with bread, eggs, and milk, but those are always the things that people get during the cold weather freeze. But additionally, everybody's really on edge because it doesn't take a lot of ice to bring down power lines. And we remember the big February 14th, the Great Texas Freeze, where the whole state was without power for a week. So I ran around today getting my gasoline for my generator, making sure I got gas in my car, airing up my tires, and then covering all of my plants. I have a huge backyard. I'm a certified Texas Master Gardener, and I have lots and lots and lots and lots of plants. So I spent the past 2 days getting that stuff covered up. So anyway, that's why I look a little, crazy, because I was out doing some last minute stuff. We have the weather coming. I got to go get my dog some boots so he can go out and use the bathroom in the morning over the ice. And so it's just one of those things. So I have missed you guys. I have been working in the background. The individual sun sign tarot card readings will be up on the website within, what day is it? Today's the 20th. Can you believe it's the 20th of January? It's crazy. It's nuts. Let me look at the month. Okay. Which should be up, I'm going to say, by next weekend, if not sooner. Follow me on Twitter. You can find my Twitter handle in my About box section. You can follow me on LinkedIn as well, because I always send out a quick notice that, stuff's ready. So you can do that. I missed the full moon in Cancer, which we had on the 17th. I also missed the nodes changing signs on the 18th. And so what I'm going to do is to do a a new moon in Aquarius reading, and that's going to be occurring January 31st. And here, newsletter subscribers, you're going to get the sneak peek first. I'm going to put the link into the newsletter and send that out. And then I'm going to schedule it to go live onto the channel a little bit later. So with that being said, thanks for listening to me prattle on. It's been, and then I had like several doctor's appointments. So, okay. So I have with me the Radiant White deck. We're going to clarify with Levita Sibila, and we will pull a Golden Nostradamus. I did want to tell you this. I am doing a different type of reading for this month's, for the February readings on the website. I do hope that you like the new style of reading, or the new actual spread that I'm putting out. I think you should find it quite interesting. I have found it quite interesting in terms of conducting it and the information that I've been getting. So I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up for that. And I think it might be something that I might do from this point forward. Don't put that in stone. Okay, so let me get the Golden Nostradamus cards and put them box over there. I've already done some meditation and shuffling on this Aquarius new moon. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around. I've got to keep my eye on the clock. I've got to pick my kid up in a few hours. And we're going to go ahead and lay the spread. All right, here we go. It will be 9 cards. So we're doing the box spread. And we will clarify with the Sibilas, as I say, should we need. Full moon in Aquarius, 31 January. Here we go. 6 of Wands. Oh, wow. Knight of Wands. Huh. Oh, 10 of Swords. Not bad, and I'll explain to you why and what that means. The Devil. The 3 of Wands. The 6 of Cups. So now I have 2 sixes. Always important when the numbers repeat themselves. The Strength card. The Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. This is an odd reading. And the 7 of Coins. All right. So right off the bat, I'm going to say that this is a work, perhaps financial issue. That's not to say there's not some romance in there too for some of you. But just the energy coming off of this spread is that it is one of finance and work and wanting to get some things done. All right. What is over the entire reading? The 7 of Swords. Well, there you have it. 1, 2, 3 Wands. 2 Cups. 2 major arcanas. A sword and a pentacle. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's right. Right in the center, because everything else is happening around this 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is a card about decision making. Okay. Before it was a 3, it was a 2. And all 2s represent choices, options, decisions, dualities, oppositions. In other words, somebody could be actively opposing you and what it is you want to do, or maybe you are conflicted within yourself. It speaks to being at a crossroads. That's what the number 2 represents. The 3 tells me that a decision has been made and now you are about to move forward. The thing about 3s is that 3s can say that there are a time of suspended events before future successes are realized. Now, past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. I put these 2 cards down first, and then it ended with this 10 of Swords. However, what I'm looking at is this is from the future coming into the present or the past. Okay? Why? The directionality of the Knight of Wands. For me, for those of you who are new to my channel and my style of reading, traditionally, Knights always represent news and messages, but for me, they always herald an event. In other words, some kind of message or news comes in, and what that does is it restarts whatever this thing is that you were waiting on or that has been stuck, so to speak. That's our stuck energy, can be sometimes. It is a Saturn. The devil is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is slow and stuck. It could also be about fear. It could be about power and control. But it is not always a negative card. Okay, so I do want you to keep that in mind. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. Before it was a 6, it was a 5. 5s represent changes, times of ups and downs. Usually this is tense energy. It could be fraught with chaos, all kinds of stuff. But it is a number of changing energy, right? The Six of Wands indicates that you will be or possibly could be receiving, the recognition that you deserve. It could deal with a promotion, getting your name in the paper, having completed, getting the news that your dissertation was accepted and was approved. So now you can become a PhD. So it's that kind of, that's the meaning of the Six of Wands. Starting it this way, if I read it back this way, which is the way the energy is flowing for me, the Ten of Swords is a card of the darkest before the dawn. As you can see there, here in the foreground, it's all dark, but there in the background is light. So this could be a card of where you've been in a situation, and it's a mental energy more than anything else. So this could be the idea, I'm so tired mentally. I'm so tired. I can't, think of another thing. It can also be one of ambush. Somebody said something, or you thought they said something, or they kind of surprised you with it and stabbed you in the back, right? Again, it's a mental energy. I've seen this card show up when people have been under a lot of stress, and they may have hip, back, neck pain, headaches, okay? That kind of energy. But the Ten of Swords is also, the 10 is a changing energy, all right? Once it leaves the 10, it says that the crisis point has been reached, and now things are going to change, all right? So this is more of a mental energy than anything else. And it changes into the Ace because this Knight shows up. So if you've been waiting on some news or information, I would dare say that you will be receiving it perhaps within a week's time. I've seen it show up days, but most times weeks. It is this Devil card. Okay. Now, I told you that the Devil could be about fear. It could be about stagnation. It could be about power and control issues. But the Devil also represents those things that we commit to. Those things that we chain ourselves to. Okay? And what do I mean by that? So, you've been trying to get your PhD, right? And you've been committed to doing that. So, what have you chained yourself to? I don't know. Research, studying, travel, talking with people, the whole bit. You want to get that new house, right? Or a larger house. So what do? You clean up your credit. You start looking at places. You start putting out offers or checking on loans and interest rates. So that's what the Saturn is. Saturn is that idea of taking your time to build something solid. All right. It is a long, drawn-out process, and he comes in to ask you, how bad do you really want it? And how hard are you willing to work for it? It's not going to be easy. That's not what Saturn does. He's never easy, right? But he always rewards you once you go through the steps or you pass the test. He always rewards you. So please keep that in mind. Here with the Three of Wands, I've seen this show up when it speaks about some type of negotiations. Okay? Something that you're building, something that has come through, something that's going to be solid, that's you're going to have to commit to. It may be hard work, okay? But it brings about this decision. The Six of Cups I've seen show up when it talks about nostalgia and kindness. So this could be the idea that somebody from your past will show up to repay you for some kind deed that you did for them in the past. I've seen it show up when it speaks about the right partner sometimes coming along to help you. I've also seen it when it speaks about, it has shown up in my experience as a time to, maybe you're trying to remodel, maybe you're trying to redecorate, those kinds of things, and beautify your living space where you live. The Strength card, the Sun card, comes out to say, you know what, here, eights are positive numbers. They always indicate positive energies and things moving in the right direction. And for me, the Strength card, particularly coming under the Devil, is saying that whatever it was that you've been hefting, that you rolled up your sleeves and you've been doing the hard work, you've been slaving away, even if you've been dealing with some of the negative aspects of the Devil card, you know, people trying to impose things on you, or for power and control issues, or you know, whatever the case may be, you have handled that with grace and ease. The Strength card says that you don't have to, when trouble comes or you got vexing issues, you don't have to jump out and beat those issues down with a whip or a chair or shoot a gun at it like the lion tamers. You simply have to approach it in a kind and gentle manner, and then you can overcome it. This is not necessarily about, I think, other people more so than it is about yourself. Give yourself a break, right? Treat yourself kindly as you try to move through whatever the issue may be. We do see that this brings about for you a new opportunity. Now, the Ace of Cups, most people say it's about love. But for me, the cups only represent the emotional quotient. How do you feel about something, right? Or that your emotions are going to be involved. And for me, whenever the ace arrives, it says that this is an opportunity to reset the emotional quotient. There will be new feelings coming in. There will be new emotions coming in. All right? Which is going to lead you to a place here with the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for the harvest. Waiting for your just rewards. To me, the sevens represent the energy of a moment of pause and reflection before stepping forward. Okay. Of self-questioning, of trying to, what's the word? Get your feet under you. All right. To me, it appears that, you know, you've done 6 things at least. Okay, the Pentacles are not just about finances. They are about the doing of something. So, you know, you've been tending this crop, whatever this thing is. You've been doing the 6 things, and now a 7th thing has presented itself. Do you have room on it in your garden for it? Do you have time to nurture it, or whatever the case may be? How hard are you going to have to work? Okay. Am I really, you know, going to be invested enough that I can take care of this? Now, the 2 sixes can speak to self-confidence issues causing problems in a relationship. I want to make sure I got that right. Issues surrounding equality. Okay. And the other meaning of the 2 sixes, if I am not mistaken, it is doubting the word or the sincerity of a male friend. Now, you remember at the beginning I said to you that there could be some romance in here for some of you, right? Now, 2 sixes, back that up, tells of justifiable faith and trust in your partner. So those are the meaning of the 2 sixes. Either issues surrounding equality, or justifiable faith and trust in your partner. Now, whatever the kind of partner. This could be a romantic issue. It could be a business partnership, a friendship, a familial relationship, maybe siblings, okay? Something of that nature. What I want to do, this is the only court card that I have. So if this is a person, the person would be of a fire sign. Aries, Leo, and or Sagittarius. Now, I do always like to give a warning, particularly in the romantic realm, when the Knight of Wands shows up. This could be somebody coming back from your past. And just as soon, and they always arrive under the Mercury retrograde, whether they call you, they text you, you see them. This is always somebody coming back from your past. But just as fast as they show up is just as fast as they will leave as soon as Mercury goes direct. That's always the warning that I like to give people in the romantic sphere. We see it here. Oh, I'm going to make the decision. We can start over. But look. Okay. All those feelings are there, but man, I don't know. I don't know why the person's not respecting me the way that I thought they were going to. I thought this was going to be the opportunity to start over. And now do I even want to deal with that? So it could be any number of things. Okay. So I'm going to turn this card over because traditionally it represents a person and or news or message. And what does that leave me with? It leaves me with all of these pip cards that I can look at associated with these two cards. So we will start with the Six of Wands. And wands always represent your desire, right? Not just your desire, but your passion and your focus. Nothing about the Six of Wands with the Devil. Let's move to the Swords, Ten of Swords. Nothing about the Ten of Swords with the Devil. Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands with Strength. It is a message of encouragement, as eventually you will benefit from all of your past efforts. Keep going, as you will reap better than expected rewards. There it is. That's it. Be patient. A lot of times the sevens will tell you to be patient. All is working out just the way that it should. You've got to be patient and give it time to work itself out. Okay. I'm going to move to the Six of Cups. So the cards can tell you lots of different things in lots of different ways. Six of Cups with the Strength card. It is an indication that you have the abilities to achieve your goals at this time. The energies were not auspicious earlier. No joke. Okay? But the time is now right to pursue goals and dreams you have been holding on to. You have the ability to achieve the goals and live up to your own expectations. All it takes is your own determination and a positive mindset. Great. Okay? That's the Six of Cups. See if the Ace of Cups has anything to tell us. It does not. And now we look at the Seven of Pentacles. I haven't forgotten that Seven of Swords up there, and I'm going to tell you what that's all about. Okay? Nothing about the Seven of Pentacles. Now, we come to the Seven of Swords. And for most people who read cards, and they do that, read cards. I don't read cards, I read energies. This is always a card of lies and spies and deception and trickery and treachery and fraud. But I'm going to tell you, there's an old antiquated meaning from the 14th century that shows a house move with this card. Okay? That might be so, but more than anything, the energy of this card is that you've been scattering your energies and rushing around and not paying attention. It's talked about delays and hassles and obstacles and things not going the way that you wanted them to. But that's only because you're scattering your energies, you're wasting your energies, and you're not mentally focused on whatever it is you need to be doing. Okay? Feeling sorry for yourself. being in a negative, frame of mind, the dark night of the soul kind of a thing. And so this card, remember, sevens are a time when you are questioning yourself, right? See those 5 swords? Usually that card says there's been some kind of the 5 of swords talks about changing mental energy. Maybe, things haven't been going the way that you wanted them to go, and so you've been in that vein for quite some time. You've been fighting with people, fighting with yourself, fighting with others, arguments, conflicts, that. But then you've got those 2 swords over here, the choice. Remember I talked about the 2s? The choice. Okay? And you're looking back over your shoulder at whatever the choice is, and that's a mental thing. So you can either choose to accept the situation for what it is and understand that eventually that's going to change, so that you can stop wasting your energy and stop rushing around. And not necessarily lower your expectations, but just open yourself up to things happening in a different way in which maybe you hoped, wished, or planned. Because plans are meant to be broken. Life has a way of doing that for you, right? And so I don't even see a need to pull any Sabilas on this. I don't feel that there's anybody out there that is really the cause of your problems, so to speak. They may be headaches, thorns in the side of your neck, but there's nobody actively thwarting you. This is just the time was not auspicious for whatever it is you're trying to do. So the sooner you can reset the way that you feel and think about the situation, then you can get back on track to achieving your goals, because you got that message, I think, twice, 3 times perhaps in the spread. So what I'm going to do now is allow you to formulate a question for the Golden Nostradamus. And this is a pretty long reading, but I haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks. So here we go. Fortune. That's what she is. I think it's called luck in this card, in this deck. Let's read it. Luck. Happy is he who observes and learns from the follies of others at every turn. This is a very lucky card, and the bearer of great energies, loves, or winnings from gaming or profitable actions in life. And it cancels the negative meaning of any and all cards next to it and reinforces the positive meaning. Well, I'm not pulling a second card. So this card says that literally it's the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to be changing for you. Now, this can't be true in a positive sense for everybody. But I also think it's going to come down to the way that you think, how you are thinking and communicating with yourself, and then really determining what is the most important thing. What is the thing that you really need to do or you really want to do, right? And eventually, this says you're going to get where you want to go. So if it's me, the card that I say is the key to this entire reading is this guy. All right? It's this guy. Commit. Roll up your sleeves. Do whatever the hard work is that you need to do. All right? Clear some space out, because he represents material things on the material plane. Maybe you need to get rid of, chuck some stuff. Chuck some people. Lighten your load so that you can see yourself clear. All right? And so that's what I have for you. I do hope this message helped you. And until next time, be well, stay safe. Namaste, and I'll see you guys pretty soon on the flip side over on the website. All right, bye.